tune in to Jerrod Carmichael again, man. I know I've been keeping this a secret on this show.
And won't.
Shout out to my nigga
I've been in the closet
Jerrod.
about this show, man.
Yeah, definitely, literally.
Bro,
You've been in the
stop
closet,
it,
man.
Stop it.
So, episode 4, man, I sent y'all an article to read. Even if you didn't watch it, I thought that was a good think piece on what happened in this episode. But in this episode, Jerrod called his father to go on a trip to Dillon, South Carolina, where his dad is.
It must be a
Amber Alert.
Amber Alert.
All right, Amber. Nissan.
Just hit the
Altima.
side button to silence it.
But
Go get that nigga.
Is that me?
No.
Oh, okay.
but nah, he asked his dad he wanted to go to Dillon, South Carolina. That's where his dad was from. His dad was apprehensive about going, but eventually he decides to go. On the trip down there, Jerrod Carmichael was trying to talk about being gay to his 60-year-old father.
Definitely old Southern Southern man.
He know now or he don't know?
His family knows. He came out. Yeah, they've been known. Because the comedy special where he comes out, he is telling you about how he came out to the family or whatever. And so, did that fuck up the cameras? Okay. But on the ride down there, he's trying to talk to his dad about being gay, and you kind of tell his cameras around, so his dad ain't comfortable. And then on top of that, you're forcing this conversation about your sexuality on your pops. And I understand that's who you are now, but that's like me forcing my mom to talk about my new girlfriend. Like, if that ain't the topic of conversation, I'm not really trying to bring that up. So his dad, he asked his dad, you want to see a picture of my boyfriend? He was like, sure, I'll look at a picture. Why are you going through your phone finding the pictures of your boyfriend in his drawers to show your dad?
Right, trying to trigger
Like,
your
he was
dad.
trying to troll his dad. That was the part that I did not like about it. Because it was
Right.
like, that's not cool, bro. Like, under any circumstances, even
Yeah.
if that was my girlfriend and she was in her drawers, I'm not showing that to my father. Like,
Yeah, that's fucked up.
it's my father. Like, where's the respect level for your father? Like, I get it. You trying to be funny, man, but chill out. There was a lot of clips of his dad when he was younger, and him when he was younger. His dad used to be a big, buff, beefy dude, man. It seemed like a good father. But I think the episode came to a head where he wanted to talk about his dad's infidelity at the end because it had been bothering him. And he wanted to get to the root of some shit, and his dad didn't want to talk about that shit.
Especially on camera.
Yes.
I think that was the main
but
part.
I think we talked about that with when we were talking about Clay's dad, how older generations, they're not about to have those conversations with cameras around. And so
Right.
I tried to watch, I didn't finish that episode, but I did try to watch it once you suggested it. And I think the trolling for me was just a bit much.
It was a bit
It was just a bit like,
too
it's like
much.
you're trolling him knowing you're going to get a negative response.
Mm-hmm.
And then you turn around and be like, see, I told you my dad don't support me. It's like, but you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's not cool. Like, it's just not cool.
Yeah, you manipulated the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, I didn't like that, but I did like some of the things he said to his dad about, you made the cheating public when you cheated.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a good point that he brought up. Do I like the fashion of it? No, but I think you got to hear people when people say, this is my way of communicating. I get it. You're a comedian, you're an artist. If this is your way of communicating, fine. It's weird to me. But if this your way of communicating, he even said in an interview, hey, this is how I communicate. This is how I get my shit out. I need cameras. I need this. This shit make me feel comfortable to be able to get it out.
Nigga lying.
Yeah, but you just come off a certain way
$1
when you do it that way, especially with an old. You trying to talk to an old Southern black man who probably never going to change his ways at this point in his life.
Oh, no.
And I don't know. I don't know where I found this out at or I learned this at, but I always been told that if you want to talk to somebody so that they're receptive, then you have to kind of meet them in the way that they communicate. But if you just want to tell them just to tell them and you don't care if they understand what you're saying, go ahead and just say it how you want to say it. But if you really want to have a real conversation, you do have to kind of meet somebody at a place where they're going to be receptive to what you're telling them.
I agree with that. Like, when I sat with it, it was like I got caught up in the things he was saying. You know what I'm saying? Because who the fuck don't want to yell at their father if they've been mad at him? You know what I'm saying? Like, who don't want to get that shit off their chest? But once he got off his chest and I slept on it and I read the article and then I thought about it some more, I agree with you, Johnny. Like, if you really want answers, you got to meet him where he's at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that I don't think he would have even talked to him. I think you have to meet him where he was at. I also think he's old enough to not play these camera games.
Yeah.
Like, he seen them cameras and he was answering everything the right way. He did everything the way anybody would do it in this climate. Because if you cut those cameras off and you show me a picture of your homeboy in his drawers, we gonna talk.
Yeah, like, come on, dog. What
Yeah,
the
we
fuck?
got to fight.
What the fuck, son?
Yeah, that's the first thing that'll come out
I
your
don't even
mouth.
like white people like that. And then alone you gonna show me a white gay man? Come on now.
Like, come on, nigga. Tripping. So I think his dad, you know, now that I look back on it, man, and heard some other input, man, I think I just got so wrapped up in him getting that shit off his chest, and that felt good to see and hear. But yeah, meet that old man where he's at, and you might get your answers. You might get your, you know, to meet your brothers
like if
and
you,
sisters.
do you really want to know, or do you just want to tell your dad off?
And make content out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to make content out of it.
That's what it looks like to me.
No, I'm on y'all side, man. I'm on
Using
your
your
side.
dad.
Which it sucks too, because that's an important conversation, especially a lot of guys had the experience that their father was kind of out in these streets.
Yeah.
And that would have been a good conversation to have if the dad could have talked back.
Yeah. Yeah,
Out
it would.
in these streets.
It would have been a good conversation.
Even
man.
with the Clay situation, I felt like that could have went another way too. That conversation.
Had they presented it before the cameras were there
Yeah.
to be like, I would love to have this dialogue between us, maybe to figure out what you're comfortable with sharing,
Yeah.
because it will curate conversations that need to be had within our community. But he didn't do it that way.
Nope.
Nah, he did it his way, and his way didn't get any answers. So yeah, man. But I do want to. I would like to talk to like a panel of black men with other families and be like, "What the fuck was going on, my dog?"
Yeah.
Like you
That would be
it's
a crazy panel to have.
like financially. That's a lot.
yeah.
I got my kids over here. I got my other kids over here, and then I'm taking care of 2 households. And then can the other woman that you don't really fuck with like that get a nigga?
They probably try.
Like
So they tell them their situation. I'm out. I'm out on you.